Hey everybody, it's Kisby here with Card Collective. We are about to break 2018 Allen & Ginter eBay break number 8. 6-box half case eBay break number 8. Uh-oh. Ooh. Yeah, Petoskey was probably the nicest place to ever live in Michigan, over by Traverse City. Man, it was way nice. Whew. I wish I could be back there, but it's tough. It's tough. Oh, man, I lived in Sault Ste. Marie for 6 years. Talk about cold and snowy. Second year I lived there, we had 5 feet of snow. Man, it was like they brought in the National Guard, national emergency. Man, it was nuts. 95, December 95. Man, I still miss it though. Yeah, it should be down below, I think. We post breaks to it sometimes. We don't have a site right now. We don't have a website. I just killed it. We were using Shopify and we were fighting. I'll get it back though. I keep forgetting to shop around for another one. I've been real busy. Well, for now we sell everything in the Breakers chat or through spreadsheets, you know, like on the screen. Man. Yeah. Well, it was actually 72 inches of snow in 3.5 days. Which I don't know what that is. 72, what's that? 6 feet of snow. But in fact, the next year, Buffalo had more snow, and you can still find the NOAA radio, the NOAA. When you can find the archive of the NOAA internet site of the NOAA weather thing about it. I can't remember. It was a Granholm was the governor, and it said state of emergency. Man, it was nuts. It was nuts. I was at work. I worked at a Little Caesars pizza place. I was assistant manager, and I was the only person that showed up. Yeah, no lake effect in Detroit. Yeah, like Petoskey and Traverse City area, you get the Michigan lake effect, and in Sioux, you get that nor'easter lake effect over the Superior. And sometimes it'll circle back around over Huron, and that's what happened with that 6 feet of snow. But ah! Big Cheap with a fake out. Wow, damn, I wish this air worked. I turned the air on. Man, I went into my apartment today. It was 99 degrees. Oh, man, I don't know if I've seen that. I did see it, but I don't know if I watched it yet. Oh, man, I might have watched it. Yeah, the air wasn't on. And the glass door with the balcony thing, you know, doesn't have a curtain or anything, so it was just the sun blaring down in it all day. Man, it sucked. So I turned the air on and went back to the office because I'm moving into it. I just moved in Wednesday, and I have nothing in there yet. So I brought my clothes over and other stuff. Oh yeah, it was where the Little Caesars was epic. We'd hacky sack and smoke weed in the back and sell drugs. The weeds. They actually were shut down, I think, by the health department for selling drugs or something. Well after I was gone. Man, I haven't smoked a cigarette or marijuanas. The marijuanas in 20 years. It's crazy. It's hard to believe. You re-auctioned the White Sox? What do you mean? We never actually had much police activity. I think they just did they were doing a health inspection and caught people doing drugs in the store, which we never did drugs in the store when it was open. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm talking about the Sioux, Vic. I'm talking about the Sioux, by the way. Right across the street used to be where the Little Caesars is. Now it's on the same side as Caesars, but I don't know what's in there now. Quiznos or something. You know that little old strip mall right next to Pizza Hut. If you're facing it, like if you're in KFC's parking lot and looking forward, the leftmost built right next to the eyeglass place to the left, that was the old Little Caesars, and that got shut down because of drugs. My sister was a manager of it, Tori, and then she went to Hungry Howie's. She was a manager of Hungry Howie's, and her boyfriend took it over as manager. And I don't know. And then another Tori took it over. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's funny in business. I didn't know that. KFC was just as bad, though. All right, first rip out of 50 for the Padres. Hosmer. And the Sioux's got tons of stuff. Dude, the freaking Sault Ste. Marie has probably the most pizza places of any town I've ever lived in. And they're all busy. Dude, I was like because I had 5 years, I worked at Little Caesars for 5 years, and my sister was the manager of the Hungry Howie's. And then I delivered for her. And then I worked at Domino's, because then everybody was trying to, like, pay me off the other company. So I was just bounced around. I went to Domino's, and then some local pizzeria named Dano's hired me off, and then Guido's hired me off of them. And Guido's paid me the best, and that was the best, dude. Guido's was great. In fact, I would drive up on the weekends from Petoskey to work at Guido's, so I made such good money. Yeah, the Guido's was the best, man. Dude, I'd make $14 an hour in the 90s. Michigan. Nobody lives in New York. That's just dumb. And I'm sure, dude. I guarantee you the New York drivers make good money too. Sure. I mean, shoot, New York, the city of New York is famous for pizza, right? Man, in fact, I was just watching a show on Netflix. What was it called? Something Dirty Eats or Stinky Eats or something like that. Where the first episode was about pizza. The chef dude was kind of cool, man. I learned a little bit about. I think he owned a Brooklyn, or he went to a Brooklyn pizzeria. No. I'm in Missouri. No, yeah. I was just talking about New Yorkers, probably from New York. I think that's what he was referencing. Yeah. A card shop? Yeah. This is the last eBay's. Nice. Wasn't Platinum G-Man in those out of Brooklyn? I don't think they had a card shop, but still. Oh, Long Island. Yeah. Harper, nice. Long Island doesn't count. Anybody want to keep their teams in the Diamond King? I'm just repeating Peyton's questions. Sean Evans. Who is Mr. Sean Evans? Web show interviewer. What sucks, Peyton, is you're going to be gone. Travis, Gibby, or Vic, do you want to keep your team? She's got to leave in 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So she's going to auction the teams that didn't get sold right now instead of waiting till I break the box. So let her know ahead of time if you want to keep your teams. If not, she'll just re-auction them right now for the run back. Gibbies, no. Fender and Cat, yes. Ghost, yes. Just the Angels for Vic and his dog pound. And Travis, he might have stepped away. Yeah, sitting in this chair for 8 hours a night. Wrexham, man. Scott, that guy. That's my G-Man impression. Scott or Rogowski. Neither of us can read. Yes, I know Chris Carr. He used to be our delivery driver. We called him Daryl. I think he's my friend on Facebook, or was. Why? What's up? Did something matter with him? Yeah, he was. Cool. Yeah, his wife's Courtney, right? Courtney and Chris, before they had kids. Now they got kids and probably grandkids. They were the delivery drivers, like the main drivers. Yeah, he likes the Bears, yeah. I always wondered that. That was weird. I never really understood why he liked the Bears. I remember that, though. He always wore the Bears clothing. I think his chick didn't like the Bears, though. Man, Courtney's sister, woo, man, she was foxy. Janelle. Damn, Janelle worked for us, too. Man, I had the hugest crush on the Janelle. Damn, I did. Yeah, I'm sure Chris would remember me, for sure. Oh, yeah? I have Janelle on my Facebook. She was married to a D-bag. Surprised. I always hated him. She dated him for a long time. That's why I never had a chance at with her. Yeah, B shit. I don't really. Colden. Yeah. Did you say you knew my? Do you know my sister and her husband Jeremy, Tori and Jeremy Wolski? I can't remember if you said you knew them or not. I wonder what's up with them. I think they're losing their home or something. Oh yeah. I mean, you're in, yeah, at the merch, and I think he worked for the one across the street for a bit. I don't know what that one's called, Sims or something. It used to be called the Hollywood. Oh, is it Govey? Govey? Damn it! I'm not going to go to the Nationals. I always stay breaking. We always do good. This is our 3rd year with the Nationals running. Pioneer, what's that? They didn't keep Chief. Nobody kept them. We always had success staying live and breaking. My goal was to go to the Nationals last year, but I didn't have. Oh, is that what it's called? Pioneer? Is the so? There was a bar next to it too, wasn't there? Like the main bar and then a little bar right behind it. Oh, Zim's. That's right, Zim's. And then there was damn, a little bar in the back, more of a classy kind of cigar bar. No, not back door. Like where Zim's. Like you know, here's Zim's like this, right? Like right here is another little bar next to Zim's. Like right next to Zim's. Like literally, they're connected. And then the back door, and then, you know, Downtowner, blah, blah, blah. No. Redbirds, I'm talking in the same building as Zim's. They're connected. Like, there is a door that you can walk in between them. It used to be called, it was, back then, it was like a cigar bar, you know, it was like a fancy whiskey and cigar kind of bar. And then the Zim's back then was called, you know, it was like a freaking, it was called the Hollywood. It was kind of a trashy bar. And I'm trying to remember what they called that cigar. It was like, had a fancy name back then. Gosh, it's driving me crazy. Hey, Card Plus. We have a half case of Allen and Ginter that I'm going to push to break tonight. Well, it's not a double rip. But we also have 1 box breaks close as well. Who has the Blue Jays or the Padres? They want to see a rip. Giants Crawford jersey. Both of the rips out of this case were out of 50. I miss living in the Sioux, though. You know, it was probably the worst town I've ever lived in. There's just something about it's got a spirit or a romance or a evil about it. Yeah. But I don't know if I'd want to live back there. Whose is it? I'd probably drink myself too much. I couldn't probably. Well, not till my kids are grown. I wouldn't ever live up there again. But man, I used to know that town with like every inch of that town. We drove around that town so much. Between driving pizza, we'd drive around and smoke marijuanas. What's that in Columbus? And man, the wheel soon will be loaded. Oh yeah. And I lived in Ohio, and the drinking culture in Ohio is not even anything like Sault Ste. Marie. I mean, I lived in Petoskey, and the drinking culture is not even anything like that. I mean, Petoskey's way more different. That's a whole other. That's a whole different set of culture there. I mean, don't get me wrong. We went to Columbus quite a bit to drink. You know, but it's different. It's it's I don't know. It's not so heathenly. I don't know how to explain it. The Sioux's drinking is just like none other than I've ever experienced. Well, Ohio State campus was pretty rowdy. Don't get me wrong on there. But it's still different. It's still more... I just can't explain the difference. I wish I could convey it. We have Matt Olson for the A's out of 25. Yeah, and I never went to Canada to drink until after I was able to drink. But yeah, that was the thing. I remember the dance clubs over there were great, man. The girls are so hot in Sioux, Canada. We would go to Canada we would go to Canada 3-4 times a week. That was easy back then. In the 90s, you could just drive over and go. They barely even, you got any weapons, tobacco, or guns on you? Or alcohol, tobacco, or guns? No. Where are you going? To the dance club. All right, have fun. See, I lived out in the farmland, Big Chief, in Wilmington, Ohio, and even I mean driving to Columbus was always great. I actually drove Dayton to me, or not Dayton. Cincinnati had the best nightlife, in my opinion. We went to Bogart's and Southgate House, and what was that other one? Some other little bar. And then the Skyline Chili right next to them. We'd go hang out afterwards. Man, I just liked. I like Cincinnati the best. Well, yeah, I mean, okay, we only hung out in that little strip. Southgate House was great too. I mean, we really didn't hang out anywhere else. It was just, I don't know. To me, it was just tons of fun. You know, and then we went to whatever that strip is on the Kentucky side all the time. And man, dude, it was, the chicks there were hot. Damn, want to talk about hot girls? Yeah, Newport, man, we did a lot in Newport. Tons, like Hooters and other hooter-like places. And Southgate House, some other little bar on that side. Right in that strip of... And this is 20 years ago, though, so I don't know what there now. Oh, yeah, Diamonds. We went to Diamonds. Yeah, we went to Diamonds, and there was a dance club across... There was a dance club across from Diamonds. I don't remember what it's called, but there was a WWF wrestler there that night. And he got in a fight with some locals, and the police came, and I remember the whole bar cleared out, and I remember all these drinks were just laying around, and I'm going around drinking people's drinks. Yeah. I would probably go to Dayton more because I was closer to Dayton. I was only like 30 minutes south, and I would just get right on the freeway and go. We'd be right into Dayton right away. We would go to Beaver Creek. Ohio. We'd go to Beaver Creek all the time. Or Yellow Springs. God, I loved Yellow Springs. In fact, I took my wife to Yellow Springs. I loved it so much. I'll take one in Optic if it's still there when I get to it. There was an Otani, but I'm passing it up. Oh, for real? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I knew that, what's the dude that just died in prison? Charles Manson. If Charles Manson got out of prison, he wanted to live in Yellow Springs, Ohio. And, well, he never did make it, obviously, but I guess some of his family members live there. So, yeah. Dude, I loved Yellow Springs, man. In fact, that's where my wife flew into Columbus, and we went straight from Columbus to Yellow Springs and had this little romantic walk through their, hiking through their trails and to their wine shops, and another Cal Ripken jersey. And they had beer shops and little dinettes and skateboard park. I remember we went to the skateboard park. Dude, I loved it. I mean, yeah, it was great. I bought a pair of Converse Chucks there, you know. I still have. Oh no, I might not still have them. She has everything. I don't know what she kept and what she threw away. She's a whore. We would go to a bar in downtown Dayton a lot. Oh, damn, it was like it was a damn. It was the bar downtown. Was in that little cultural district. I can't remember what they call that in Ohio, in Dayton. But it was a Irish pub. I can't remember the Irish. I'm sure it's got to be still there. It's an old bar. Man, I love. They have like real Irish music, bagpipes and crap. The Oregon District, that's it. And God, it's right in the tip of my tongue. The name of that bar, and I can't remember it. We'd go there all the time. I even brought my wife there. Well, before she was my wife. Jake DeGrom. And they had like a thrift store in that Oregon district. Man, that was crazy good. Dublin. The Dublin Pub. Dublin Pub. That's what it was called. Dublin Pub. They had like brick floor. Fish. Ooh. They had bands were the best part of it. Yeah, dude, Dublin Pub was so good. Fish and chips, baby. That's what I got every time. I miss fish. Dude, we don't have that stuff in Joplin. What? Yeah, see, I wasn't all involved with the drug culture, so I didn't know. I mean, one of my favorite bands is from, two of my favorite bands is from Dayton. The Pixies, well, I guess the Pixies aren't technically from there. Kim Deal is from there. And Guided by Voices. And, you know, I never heard of Guided by Voices until I walked into a record store in Beaver Creek, and they were playing it in the little record store. And I'm like, hey, what? This was '99. And I said, hey, what's this band on the radio? And they're like, this is Guided by Voices' new album. Or maybe it was 2000. It was 2000. And I was like, dang, this is good stuff. So I got some, then from there on, I've been a big fan of them. I seen them live in 2001 in Tulsa. And dude, that was life-changing, man. Bob Poehler was, he was a rock star, baby. I've seen so many live shows, and he by far is the most. He'd swing that mic, kick his leg, freaking pout the lip, dude. He was the biggest. This is the hot box. I can tell by the overly dark insert. That's cool. The best live show I've ever seen, though, was Yola Tango. Oh, that's cool. Oh, dude, I love Guided by Voices. Oh, yeah. You're not? That's what I'm saying, dude. Watching him live was mind-blowing. It was great. Oh, yeah, Pink Floyd. That'd be kind of cool. I kind of got burnt out of Pink Floyd, though. It's one of those bands that I just over-listened to in my high school years. I haven't listened to Pink Floyd in 25 years. Yeah, the best live show I seen was in a small Iowa town between Davenport and Des Moines. I don't even know. It was a little college town. We were just driving through, and I was a big a Yola Tango fan, and I was driving through. My wife's family lives in Des Moines, and we were driving to Michigan, and on the way through, we checked on the internet to see if there's any shows on the path, and there was a show in just some small Iowa town in the middle of nowhere. It was a free show of Yola Tango on a college campus. No, all ages, no alcohol, which sucked. It blew my mind, dude. That Ian dude he's the best guitar player I've ever witnessed. You know, he's my #1 guitar player. Pelican Tool, Dylan, McCartney, Stone, Foo Fighters. Uh-oh. Oh, damn, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't listened to Metallica since like 91, 92. I just kind of got out of that phase of music. Tool is one of the first CDs I ever bought. But I haven't listened to any Tool since the first album. I I I kind of went a different route musically, you know. I don't know why. I never listened to Perfect Circle, which I don't. I like the Perfect Circle music. Wilson Contreras. I kind of went to more of the Yola Tango, Guided by Voices, more college sound than I did the heavier stuff. My wife was into bands when I got married, which one of the reasons why we connected so well is our music. She listened to bands like Pixies, The Cure, which I was never a fan of The Cure. Hum, which I never was a fan of Hum. She liked... I never liked REM myself. I never was an REM fan. She liked bands like The Promise Ring, which are, you know, that whole Jade Tree late 90s emo sound, you know, like Jimmy Eat World and Jets to Brazil and Pedro the Lion and bands like that. Gonzalez. That's cool. Slash. I'm a huge fan. I still follow Slash and like GNR. You know, I haven't listened to it in quite a while. Ice Cube. Prince. Cool. I was always a big Prince fan. Oh no! I knew you were just waiting for that minute to click. Cool. Gross. Slipknot. Never liked Slipknot. ICP. Dude, I grew up in Michigan. I mean, we listened to ICP like way before they got their commercial success. And I didn't really like them that much because they were very... Dude, I remember we'd drive around and listen to that crap. ICP and Esham. Nodus. That whole freaking Detroit satanic rock. Man, but they... I remember... Man, that brings back memories. Freaking ICP, Esham. That's crazy. You forget about stuff like that in your life, you know it? I hung around these dudes that would have these systems in their cars. I never liked ICP. I could tolerate Esham a little more. Yeah, oh yeah. They definitely... Again, there was no such... When I listened to them, there was no such thing as gigolos, or that whole thing hadn't started yet. That whole marketing, that it was way before the marketing. That would have been like 92, 93, 94. That not even maybe a little 95 when the ICP blared out of my friend's freaking system. Inner City Posse. Oh, and we even listened to the first Kid Rock rap album. Do you guys ever listen to that? Amazon. Play Kid Rock Yodelin' in the Valley.
Yodelin' in the Valley isn't included with Prime, but is available with Amazon Music Unlimited. Would you like to learn more?
No.
Okay. You can sign up anytime by saying,
oh, yeah.
Sign up for Amazon Music Unlimited. Here's a sample of Yodelin' in the Valley.
This is the only song I ever listened to by him, ever.
And then wash it down with a shot of whiskey.
I was never, ever. Dude, that's way out of my musical taste. Way. I mean, it's the epitome of what I don't listen to. On Facebook? On YouTube? You mean? Why, Travis? Because I played a little bit of 1990 white boy rap. This is who kids hung out with. Yeah, basically. Fender, do you need new invoice for your... I don't mind White Stripes. I listened to a little bit of White Stripes back in the early 2000s. I never really... I mean, I didn't get into them terribly heavy. They weren't one of the... Oddly, they weren't one of the Michigan bands I'd listened to before they got popular. I don't know what... I mean, no. I remember they came up to the Sioux and played in the back door, White Stripes, before they were big, but when they were doing the college circuit. Not yet, Gobi. I think people are probably waiting until this gets over. Oh, just whatever you can just use the PayPal button below, Fender. Oh, was she? That's cool. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Peyton's the chick that runs the Card Collective login. She's the one doing the chats and stuff. I don't know. I'm just talking and breaking. Yes, the next two breaks will be the chat auctions, the DKs, and then I don't know what else is lined up. I'll have to look at her sheet. You can just pay it at the end of your buying experience. In fact, the White Stripes were in the Granada. No, what was that place in Columbus? Right by Okay, one in object. Well, she's gone now. She'll be back. So there's 5 left in optic. There was a music.
Here's a station you might like. The War on Drugs from Amazon Music.
Amazon, stop. How did that? I just said music and it started playing music. I didn't even say Amazon. Tell a joke. No, well, I mean, this was in 2000, so it would have been. It's a one word. It was right next to the campus. It was like. It was a little bigger than like Bogart's kind of place. Damn. Was it Newport? It might have been it. And they were there. The White Stripes were there. We didn't go. In fact, what was that? What was that ska band? Well, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones were there too. It, you know, I haven't listened. They had a new album out or something. I haven't listened. Dude, I used to be into. I love the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. And the last album I listened to was the one with the hit, the radio hit. You know what I mean? I can't. The Knock on Wood song. And that was the last album I listened to. I don't know if they've had many more since. There was a period, I'd say 96, 97, when I listened to a lot of ska bands like Voodoo Glow Skull, Skank and Pickle. Ooh, we got here Victor for the Cubbies out of 25. Nice. I never really got into Real Big Fish. Some Real Big Fish. I had a couple Less Than Jake albums. Again, they weren't one of my big ones. There was another ska band I listened to a lot called damn if I can remember the name of it. I went to a Plea for Peace tour, which was by Mike Park, ran by Mike Park in Kung Fu Records. Lawrence Arms was there. MU330 was there. Blue Meanies. Oh my god, I love Blue Meanies. That was kind of more third wave ska. And then the Hippos. The Hippos. Man, the Hippos were Amazon. Play the Hippos.
Shuffling songs by the Hippos.
I've been waiting all this time. You to realize no one sees
Smoking Popes were another band.
that's the way that it should be. It should be you and me. I will not rest until you are with me. No, I will not rest until you are with me. I swear, it's all that I need. I swear, it's all that I need.
Specials. Yeah, that was like first wave ska.
Just the other
Amazon.
day,
Amazon. Skip. There we go. I was like, man, that is not the Hippos. This is the Hippos. Amazon. Volume up.
Why must you pick on me? Have you no sympathy? I'm just trying to get to school. I like popularity. No friends to ride with me. So I'm alone in the carpool. Well, it's all the fucking lights. When I heard you read my right, I knew it wasn't gonna be like that. So, officer, please don't take me. My violation doesn't deserve the citation. Please, I won't bother you. So don't bother me. Sorry,
All right.
I'm tired of these stupid rules. Gotta waste my day in traffic.
Yeah, this is probably second wave.
The CAP like to pick on me. They got no sympathy.
Yeah, we already got it. We already hit the glows. Just one per case. Amazon. Play the Blue Meanies.
Shuffling songs by Blue Meanies.
All right, here we go. Tanaka, Yankees. Amazon. Pause. Pirates jersey. Cubs auto to 25. Otani base. Freeman jersey. Cubs jersey. Rockies jersey. Acuna base. MS mini. Mets jersey. Cal Ripken jersey mini frame. Angels jersey Olsen. This is Brooklyn back out of 25 for the A's. We have Machado bat. Crawford jersey for the Giants. Rip card out of 50 for the Blue Jays. Torres, Allen Ginter back. MS non-sport jersey. Non-sport auto. Seattle jersey. This is MS. We had Rip, Tony, Indians, and D-backs. The fuzzy mini was in the first half. Yeah, that was one of our weaker cases, man, for sure, on all around. The first case and the second case. Well, you know, you can't top Sunken Treasure in the first case and Pegasus Fur in the second case. Well, this did have a red ink mini, and so did the other one. All right, let's move on to the two boxes now.